Hello, my name is Kurt Kempton, and I'd like to introduce you to the brand new January 2014 release of ResponsiBid, and just give you a quick whirlwind tour of all the new stuff that you will find in your new application. So the first thing is, probably one of the biggest things, is the new follow-up builder. When you go into your new follow-up builder, you're going to find out that there is a lot of new stuff there. First thing is that your open tab is going to be the same thing as what your old follow-up builder was completely. So now we've got all of your old emails in there, and you're going to find that some of them are probably formatted just like this one here, and that they need all of the breaks were taken out. And the reason that happened was because when we put this new editor in here, unfortunately some of the stuff that was in there that we stripped out in order to make it cleaner had to be removed. So you'll notice that like here, that needs to go down, and all the best, David. There's his phone number, and there's his PS. So once you've finished doing that to all of your emails, you can go ahead and just go down to the bottom and save all of your open follow-ups. Now, once you've done that, the next thing you'll notice is that you have all these new tabs. So in the pending follow-up tab, you'll notice that we've kind of put some generic emails in, but more importantly, you'll notice that they're all disabled. So nothing is going to run until you turn them on. All you have to do is click the button and enable it. Of course, you don't want to enable it until you've read everything through, made sure that you like the way that it works, and it's good to go. A couple quick tips is that your open and all of your other statuses except for scheduled, they all start when the status starts, and then each email is sent after 2 days after the previous email at a certain time, or whatever time you customize. The scheduled one actually works in conjunction with the scheduled date. So this one will send immediately after 15 minutes, but and it sends the appointment details. The next one behind it is set to go 7 days before the bid status of scheduled at 10 a.m. So, and then of course you can, again, we have all these new merge fields that you'll find here. Status dates. You can now use the date, so scheduled date, scheduled arrival time, and ending time. And we also added a new thing for selected services. So if you wanted to say, we'll be coming during this time to, say, we'll arrive between this time and this time, and we will be doing the following work. And we'll put that there, and then we can enter the new merge field. Oops, that's under here. Selected services. And now this email will say that we're going to be performing those services. Once you've got everything in the way you want it, we'll go ahead and enable these two maybe. We can use it to confirm the appointment. We'll just go ahead and scroll down. We'll save the schedule follow-ups, and now we've enabled 2 extra follow-ups. One to happen the moment I mark them as scheduled, or 15 minutes after, sorry. And the next one to happen 7 days before the job. Of course, if I schedule the job 2 days before the job, this email is just going to error out because obviously that would be in the past, and we can't send emails in the past. This one's set to go 2 days before, so we can turn this one on, and then they'll get an email 7 days before and 2 days before. But if the job is only scheduled 4 days before, they'll get their immediate one after 15 minutes, and then they'll get this one, but this one will error out. Okay, so that's how that's all meant to work. You can do the same thing for close and decline, and you should also notice that you can make up to 3 other statuses. So if you want to do commercial, make a new status. Sorry about that. So commercial. So we can go in there. They're all disabled by default. You can build those out to be custom however you choose, and it's ready to go. If you make a status you don't want, you can always delete it or edit the name of it right here. So let's go to the dashboard now, and let's take a look at some of this stuff. Let's go ahead and go into Sally Mae here. You can see that she's an open job, and you can see that we sent her a few emails, but the other ones were disabled, as you would expect. But let's just say that now we went ahead, and you'll see that now there's an option to call this a commercial job, which would start that sequence. But since we did the scheduled one, I'm going to show you a couple new features. First thing is that we can book it just as we normally would for the jobs that they selected. We can choose the date just like we could before. But now we actually can also offer the times, because remember in the emails it says we'll be arriving between this time and this time. So I could say we'll arrive between 8:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. And it now knows everything it needs in order to send an email to this person letting them know about the job. We'll be doing deluxe window cleaning, a deluxe gutter cleaning, and we'll be arriving at this time between these times, on this date between these times. So when we go ahead and book that, okay, and now it's all booked. You can see that it's scheduled, and you'll also see that now when you go into the follow-up status, you can see that it's scheduled email number 1 and email number 2. We forgot to save email number 3, so it's still disabled. But you can see when it would be going out and what times. And you can also see that you're able to stop the sequence. So this has always kind of been something that you could do, is stop a sequence. And basically it just said, hey, do you want to stop it? I said yes. But now you'll actually be able to resume the sequence. So by clicking on the resume, now when the page reloads, you'll see that everything is still good to go. So you can take people out and put them back in as you need to. A couple other quick things I forgot to show you when we were in the follow-up builder is that you can now put up to 6 email addresses in your from field. So in this case we've got 2 of them in there, but I'm going to go ahead and add mine. And I'm going to update that. So by doing this, there's a few reasons that you would want to add emails in here. The first reason would be that you can obviously choose who it's from, and now I'm one of the choices. But the other cool thing is that I can blind carbon copy myself on emails if I want. So let's just say that scheduled one, I just wanted to send myself a quick reminder. Or let's enable that one while we're here. Let's say that 2 days before the job, I just want to blind carbon copy myself on that one. I can just go ahead and check that, click save, and now everything is good to go. So I'll get that email as well as the customer. The customer won't see that I get it, but they will. So the other thing that, if we go back to the dashboard, this is pretty neat, is that customers are able to opt themselves out. If we go into Teresa Yales, you'll see that she has actually opted out. And we can see that in the follow-up status that she's opted out and didn't get any more emails. But we also can opt her back in. So just by this new envelope here, it's red. That means she opted out. If I click it, it turns green, and I have to click save. It doesn't save it automatically. So once I did that, now she's opted back in. So if I was to refresh this page, which I'll do that right now real quick, it probably actually will still be stopped because the dates were too far in the past. You can see the sequence was going to run back in September, and we're now in January. So anyway, but now I could put this person in a scheduled follow-up sequence, or pending sequence, for example. I think those are all disabled, so that's not a good example. But the point is that now this person would get those emails even though they opted out previously. So that's a nice new little feature. Another huge feature is that in the company profile, you'll now see that there is carpet cleaning services that we offer. So I can go ahead and turn those all on. And if you offer carpet or tile cleaning, upholstery cleaning, these new modules, they're pretty extensive, and we'll have videos for each of those inside of the pricing options area. But essentially, you're going to have the opportunity now to be able to give really sweet and powerful quotes using the new carpet cleaning and tile cleaning area. While we're in the administration type stuff, let's go into the administrator area and see how it was so annoying when I was scheduling that job that I would never do jobs at this time of day. So I'm going to select that our day starts at 8 a.m. and it ends at, you can't see it's off the page, but let's just say 6 p.m. is when we're done with the day. And then instead of having 5-minute increments, I'm going to say 30-minute increments so that there's a lot less times to choose from. And you'll notice that it's a big difference when you go to book the job, that all the times that you don't want to look at are all gone. I'm in Arizona, so I'm going to go ahead and set this to the Arizona time zone, and that means that now in the follow-up builder it's going to be using my time zone. So that's another neat thing. There's a lot of other stuff that we did too, and I think that in the blog post, it'll kind of show you a lot of that stuff. But for the most part, I think we've kind of done a good job of looking over things. There's one more thing I guess I could show you is this new search feature, is that if you wanted to find a quote really fast, so let's just say I was looking for Scott. Scott. You can see there's Scott Great there, and there's Scott Taylor. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Scott Great, and there we are. And basically I can get there really, really fast without having to go anywhere. Just start typing. So anyway, that's in a nutshell some of the new features that we have. Definitely read the blog to see the whole thing, but just want to give you a quick tour of some of the big, heavy ones so that you can get to work right away. All right, we'll talk to you later. Happy responsibidding.